The whole idea of Easter, as you know it, and the third day resurrection started or belongs to Yorùbá, Ifa, and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe. I know you're surprised, but do you know anything about how burial ceremonies take place in Yoruba culture according to Ifa? I'm going to teach you. In Yoruba culture, we believe in resurrection. We believe that everybody that passes, their spirits will resurrect on the third day. You heard me right. And that's no way a coincidence. Especially because we know that Ifa, Ìṣẹ̀ṣe as a religion, and Yoruba as a people, culture, and tradition existed long before any Abrahamic religion. In Yoruba culture, we do not bury our bodies or bury people in the cemetery, in a vault, at a graveside, or outside the house. No. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people, you've gone to a lot of people's houses and you've seen the tomb of where people were buried in the compound, outside the building, but in the compound. We don't do that in Yoruba culture. Proper Yoruba burial, the person is buried in the building, either in the living room or in the bedroom. And this is how it takes place. Upon death, we get the soap ready, we get the sponge and the osun. The osun is a reddish brownish powder. It is used to prepare the body for burial. So elders in that environment are called upon, and then they wash the body to prepare it for a decent burial. Now, after the body has been washed, the hair is shaved, completely shaved. And then some people would have chosen the kind of clothes they want to be buried in. They will have picked out specific clothes and shoes that should be worn for them after they have passed. And for people that haven't made that choice, they pick the best of their clothes, the clothes that they wear to occasions and, very important outings, and they dress the person glamorously, preparing the body for burial. The body is then wrapped in white cloth. Now, if there is a coffin, they can put the body in the coffin. If the family cannot afford a coffin or doesn't want a coffin, it is wrapped in a white cloth. Now, the only reason we wrap bodies in white cloth is to make it easy to carry. There's no spiritual or traditional meaning to it. It's just to make it easy to carry the body. Now, three mortars, the mortars that is used to pound. In Yoruba, it is called Odo. Three mortars are placed outside. 1, 2, 3. They are either placed outside, in the compound in front of the house, and the body is placed on it, or they are placed in the passage, the walkway. Some parts of Yoruba calls it the veranda of the house, and the body is placed there, and then people come to pay their last respects. They are eulogizing, they are singing the praises, the oriki of the person. Their children are there, singing, they are crying. Everybody is just generally paying their last respect to the body. I know a lot of you have heard of situations or cases where bodies were buried inside a house, and you don't want to step into that house, or later on the owner of the house decides to rent it out and you don't want to rent a house where a body was buried. There is nothing wrong with living in the same house that a body has been buried. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, the children of the deceased whose bodies was buried there, they would usually go back there to speak to their parents or to speak to their loved ones, to communicate with them. It's peaceful. They are there. It is not harmful in any way to people that go there to visit them or people that live in the house. It's not harmful in any way. So take that off your mind, that I can't step into a house where somebody has been buried, or I can't live in a house where somebody has been buried. According to Yoruba culture, according to Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, there is nothing wrong with that. After the body has been buried that way, there is something we call for igba oku. Igba is a calabash. To form means to break. So to break the calabash of that person that has passed, to tell us that that person is no longer here. We are breaking the calabash of that person. So the calabash is placed at the head part of where the body was buried, and then the name of the person is called out 3 times, and at the third mention of the name, the calabash is broken. Now there are people outside already, there are drummers already outside already, people are dancing. Then a family member, a close family member of the deceased, is dressed in white, waiting to come out of the house, to outside where the drumming and the dancing is taking place. So the moment he hears that the Igba has been broken, the calabash has been broken, he goes outside, and then drumming and dancing and crying and eulogizing continues. Now, this is the interesting part. On the third day, we believe that the spirit is going to resurrect. So there's a particular ritual that we do for the body so that the spirit can resurrect, can ascend out of the body. And it is called IBỌ LẸ. So we do what is called ORޮ ԻBỌ LẸ. ORޮ ԻBỌ LÆ is done by virgin boys and girls. If the person that passed was a man, we have 5 boys and 4 girls. If the person that passed was a woman, we have 4 boys and 3 girls. And they will be holding this particular stick called Igi Teterebo. Igi Teterebo is what they will use, and they will be beating on the place where the body was buried, singing the traditional songs. They will continue to sing, and they are beating and they are singing and they are beating continuously like that. And that ceremony is one in which we believe that the spirit arises, the spirit leaves that body, and it ascends to where the ancestors are, to another realm of life. Now, when that is done, we believe in judgment in Yoruba tradition and in Ìṣẹ̀ṣe. We believe that while all of us are here on earth, there are some Irumoles that are taking record of our activities. And when we get to that side where judgment takes place, everything you have done, good and evil, will be weighed side by side. And then the things that you have done will stand, in your face, like, oh, so and so time, anybody she buy, this person did this is what you did at this time, this is what you did at that time, and you will receive the reward of everything that you do. That is why we always say in this life, for every decision that you make, àṣepamọ́ ni, kì í ṣàṣegbé, meaning that you are doing it and it is being kept for you. It is not something that you do and you get away with. No, in Yoruba culture, we do not believe in àṣegbé. You do something and it's just done, it just fizzles away in the air. No, we believe in àṣepamọ́. You do it and it is kept somewhere for you, and on that particular day you would face it. Standing in your faces everything that you did with your life. Now you see where the whole idea of third day resurrection came into being, and that is why I keep telling people the difference between what you believe right now, running after foreign religion, is because you don't have an idea of what your own ancestral religion, tradition, and culture entails. A lot of you are probably hearing this for the first time. But if you want to continue to learn more about Yoruba culture, Yoruba traditions, and Yoruba religion, particularly Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, like, subscribe, and share this video. Somebody else needs to know what is happening. I'm yours again, IYANIFA, the founder and the proprietor of Ifa College, the International College of Ifa Religion and Yoruba Studies, the CEO and the Chief Spiritualist and Herbalist at Ewa Herbs. I'll see you in another video.